to Behind the Songs with Intense Reality. We're here talking about all the songs on our new album, Road Trip. This week we're talking about Roadblock off the album Road Trip.
It's probably because of this song that the album ended up getting called Road Trip, but also because of Where Has the Road Gone? And just the idea of like leaving town and going on a road trip listening to your favorite album.
I have a theory that a lot of it comes down to the fact that that became more of an appealing concept, like the idea of a getaway when we were all trapped at home.
I've always loved road trips, but yeah, I see that for sure.
Yeah, so because Roadblock, the song, is actually about that period where we were locked down and we were kind of trapped within those four walls, paced for miles down those darkened halls or whatever, right? So this was definitely, the verses at least, definitely came directly from that kind of March, April, May 2020 kind of time period where we had a lot of time at home. Too much time to think, kind of like looking at the rest of the world outside and stuff like that. So another just kind of honest reflection of kind of where things were at the time.
At the walls, trying to get out.
Yeah, and then the chorus was, I mean, kind of a cool combo effort because I had those lines, but then Colton was like, you know, we gotta have kind of like an anthemic twist on it, right? Like Colton for a while wanted to like work in, I want to scream, I want to shout, like these kind of like bigger kind of vocals into it, and so
like I just wanted to have it like sound bigger than kind of what I don't want to say like what it was, but I definitely wanted to add more of a anthemic kind of thing to it for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm. And then that ended up tying perfectly with like the frustration of that scenario. So then it fit so perfectly into what I had going for a chorus too.
Which that didn't, like at first that was not my intention. All I wanted was some like big backing vocals in there just because, and it just turned out to fit whatever thing you're working on. I'm just like, oh, I guess it works. So yeah, there we go.
Yeah. This one I feel like was another one where we just made the music for it together at practice.
This was started when Colton at first started being a part of the band, and then he took some time away from the band. And when he was leaving, he's like, I want a song in E flat.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then you're like, meow, like I got something, and then
it ended up being more of an F sharp thing, but it definitely started on that E flat. So there you go. Yeah.
And then I don't know. I remember adding the guitar part. I had a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah.
Throwing in a random bridge.
This is straight out of a fun song too.
Yeah.
Oh, it very much is. So then the thing is that as soon as I felt us doing those accented chords and noticing how that could lead to a build-up, I was just like, this so perfectly fits like a skate punk, like faster intro. It fits it so perfectly. That fast offbeat, like it's like a no effects beat almost in a sense or whatever. It's something that we did in some of our older songs. And we haven't done as much recently, but this one in particular really felt it fit perfectly to the point where I was like, man, even if we can just work up like a bit of a circle pit section just to kind of get people into it, and then we would kind of phase out of it to something a bit more mid-tempo for like the verses and the chorus and stuff like that. But I wanted to feel that energy because I think that energy is reflective of that frustration and of the way that you feel pacing up and down the halls after a while, right? You just like start to explode with energy because you're contained in one place. And so I always saw the fast part as kind of expressive of that too, in a sense, right? That like, like, get me out of here, get me out of here, get me out of here kind of thing, right? Mm-hmm. So I love that we worked that in. I love the idea of people getting to kind of like run around and shove into each other at our shows and stuff like that when we play it live. Definitely one of my favorite songs on the album. Maybe.
Mine too, I think.
Yeah.
It's the most classic, like what we have always done kind of style of music, so.
Yeah.
For me, it feels the most like what we do.
That's fair. Yeah, I'd say that too. Yeah, I'm wicked proud of it. The production on it is awesome. When we were doing stuff in the studio, I ended up, because I was the one that played bass on the album because Colton was kind of dealing with an arm injury. So, but when I was doing the bass parts in the studio for it, I ended up like throwing in some bass chords, which just like added an element of like just a little bit of heavier
kind of filled
sound.
a little bit more.
That you can kind of hear if you listen to the bass tracks. Sometimes it's actually bass chords.
It's got some grunt.
Yeah, and so that just the way that it was produced and like mixed and stuff, it just like really like, just the intro of the song sounds so fantastic. And then I love the bridge instrumental too, and kind of how that breaks down and then builds back up. definitely one I just get kind of like lost in and I just enjoy it.
I just had to break the formula of like verse, chorus, verse, chorus. I was like, oh yeah? Verse, bridge, chorus.
Oh, yeah, because then we have that extra, we have those extra, that actually.
Just to keep you guessing.
Yeah.
Keep you on your toes.
No, absolutely. No, I'm a massive fan of that.
Bridges.
Loving the melody for this song and stuff like that. I kind of took the melody for this song from a solo song of mine that I didn't finish, and I just decided it was better for Roadblock. So, yeah, I love the way that this one turned out. Maybe you'll see us play it live. If I have any say in it, we'll definitely be playing it live at our gigs. So hopefully you guys are digging these. We have one more video, the final one in this kind of season of this album.
Next week.
Yeah, next week we'll talk about Waves, and then that'll be the last one. Thanks for checking this out if you haven't been so far. You should be kind of in like the whole playlist here so you can see all the other ones of the earlier songs in the album. We're going to have more video content on YouTube and social media as well, so definitely follow us wherever we are on the internet. Hope to catch you at a gig, and otherwise have a great rest of your week. Bye!
I don't wanna see that world.